Hello everyone, welcome back once again. In this video we will look at getting started with Windows Form using C++ in Visual Studio 2019. But before we get to it, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. So Windows Forms, with Windows Forms you can develop smart clients. Smart clients are graphically rich applications that are easy to deploy and update. Can work when they are connected to or disconnected from the internet, and can access resources on the local computer in a more secure manner than traditional Windows-based applications. You can build a rich, interactive user interface. So Windows Form is a smart client technology for .NET Framework, a set of managed libraries that simplify common application tasks such as reading and writing to the file system. So as you can see, I've got Visual Studio opened. But to get started in terms of building WinForms application using C++, first we're going to have to open a blank Visual Studio, and we come to the extension, manage extensions. So the Visual Studio does not provide the C++ WinForm out of the box. So we have to install an extension to be able to write code or to be able to develop WinForms in C++. So once we've got the manage extensions dialog open, we come to the online side, and then here we can type in the Windows Forms. So once we've got the Windows Forms up in here, this bit here, actually we can type C++ Windows Forms. Then we can download and install this bit here. So as you can see, I've already installed it. This extension is already installed. So before we can go ahead, you have to download and install this bit here. And then you have to restart Visual Studio for the installation to take effect. So once you've done with that, then we can open a new project dialog here with the start window. So we create a new project. So now as you can see, we have the new project dialog here. So this page here, we can type in WinForm. So as you can see here, we've got CPP CLR WinForms. That's the one we actually installed. So we're going to click on this bit and then go next. And here you can actually name your project to give it whatever name that you want. It's not necessary for this, so I'm just going to leave it. So now as you can see, we've got the new project created. So there are some folders that this is in German, but it's not really, doesn't really matter. You can change the folder names to whatever suits you. So as you can see here, just gonna wait for the, we have the form, yeah, it's a form.h here, we're just gonna open it. So now we've got the form1.h open here. So in Windows Form, a form is a visual surface in which you display information to the user. You ordinarily build Windows Forms application by adding controls to the forms and developing responses to the user actions such as mouse click or key press. A control is a discrete user interface element that displays data or accepts data input. So when a user does something to your form or one of its controls, the action generates an event. Your application reacts to these events by using code and process the events when they occur. So when forms contains a variety of controls that you can add to forms. The controls that display text box, buttons, drop down boxes, radio buttons, and even web pages. Then within the form.page, we can expand it and then expand this bit here. So as you can see, we've got forms. So here, as you can see, we've got the code behind here. So this is where you can handle the events and process user interactions from the form one, yeah. So the other resource here, there's a form.cpp. We have a look at it here. So here, there's nothing got to do here. So you can also add your code here. And then there's a resource. This is where you can put your icons and whatnot here. So as you can see, the first bit here, we've got a form designer here. So it's with a drag and drop Windows form designer in Visual Studio. You can easily create a Windows Forms applications. Just select the controls with your cursor or to add them where you want on the form. The designer provides tools such as grid lines and snap lines to take the hassle out of aligning controls. So you can add controls by coming to the toolbox here. And here, through here, there's a many controls that you can add to your forms. So these are the types of the controls, the components and stuff like that. Containers and all Windows Forms controllers. So here you can add buttons, check boxes. So by dragging and dropping it inside our form. So as you can see, we've dragged and dropped a button. So you can double click it just to come to an event handler here. So here you can actually handle the events, the click events inside this bit by writing your C# code. So we come back to the toolbox here. So inside the form here, there's one more thing that I'm going to explain. So as you can see here, these are the properties of the button. So here you can change the details of the button. Like here, the button name. So you can actually put login. So this will actually reflect on the button on the designer side. So as you can see here, there's a login. Also, if you want to create your own custom UI elements, the system.drawing namespace contains a live selection of classes to render lines, circles, and other shapes directly on the form. So as you can see here now, it's very simple, not necessarily difficult to get started. Yeah. So before we end this video, we're just gonna run it to see what actually comes out of it. But you can run it by clicking F5 or just clicking on this bit here, local Windows debugger. So as you can see now, we've got the forms, Windows Forms running now inside our Visual Studio 2019. So it's not a very difficult stuff here. So yeah, that's how you can actually get started in this. So pardon my voice, it's a bit slow today, but I hope you've gotten what I'm trying to show you now here. So before I end the video, once again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. And have a lovely day, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Peace.